Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spiritual Discovery. This is the month of March, and the feature for this month are the honeybees. I don't have a particular reason of why I chose the honeybees. Like my previous messages, I always give a detailed reason of why. This month, I don't. I just thought of spring. Everything is blooming, everything is bright, and honeybees was the first thing that popped in my mind. And I said, I'm going to go with that, honeybees. So I really don't have any notes. I'm just going to do everything from the top of my head. I'm going to allow the Holy Spirit to move through me. So this message is eye opener, that it will be a great spiritual discovery. So we'll get right into it. So one of the things that I've noticed, and maybe not one of the things, but some things that I have noticed about the honeybees are that they are very hard workers. Very hard workers. You see them zooming, working, collecting, producing. And about 2 months ago, I had the opportunity of tasting honey straight from a honeycomb, and it was so sweet. I mean, oh my God, I was so amazed of how sweet the honey is from the comb. Very, very beautiful work. So yeah, I'm amazed about how hardworking they are, the honey that they produce, and the honeycomb itself, the structure of it. Amazing. We had one in our yard, and my father cut it, and the structure was so beautiful. So they're natural born architectures. And the one that we had in our yard, it almost looked like a staircase. It was different levels to this honeycomb. Yeah, so in the middle of it, it looked like a staircase, and it just wind around to the top. It wind around from top to bottom. It was a beautiful, beautiful layout, and just again amazed by the honey, the structure, um, their ability to be in order, to just maintain everything. And let me not forget their faithfulness to the queen, their way of protecting her and their colony. And so I did a little research about the queen bee to find out that she is the only female in that colony that is able to have the baby. So she's the one that is filling up the colony. That there are other female bees, but they um, don't have the organs to produce the baby. So they're sterile female bees. And I hope that I'm saying that right. I'm not someone that is like really into this. So I did a little research, and I'm telling you a little bit of what I read. So yes, there are female bees in this colony, but they are not the ones that are having a baby. So the queen is the one that is filling up the colony. These workers are really protecting her, making sure that she's comfortable, building this beautiful nest around her, and making sure that she is in a good place to produce these babies so that their colony can thrive. And so again, it brings me, so I'm going to like the spiritual side of this message. So it brings me to Proverbs, and I'm in Proverbs this month of March. And it brings me to Proverbs 10:4, and I'm going to read that. Let me find that verse. Proverbs 10:4 read, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. I'm going to read that one more time. Proverbs 10:4, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. And so this is so true. We see this again, like I said, with the honeybees. With their hard work, you're going to have something sweet. You're going to have something that is in order, something that is in order, something that has great structure because of the work that you have put in. And that's with anybody. That's with anybody. If you put the work in, you're going to have some sweet nectar. As the Bible saying, the land of honey. That's not just for saying, that's some symbolic details right there. The land of honey means something sweet, something perfect, something great, a great blessing because of the work that was put in. Because of the work that was put in. So we'll continue with the honeybees. I also learned that, and if I'm not mistaken, I've seen honeybees as a symbol of royalty. And I did some research on that, and that is so true. So a lot of royalty used the honeybees as a symbol because it shows order, hard work, and like again I said, the sweetness thereof that comes from hard work, comes from order. And that's what a royalty family is about. It's about presenting yourself in a way that shows that you are strong, you have structure, you have order. So again, I repeat, you will not receive or taste nectar without putting in hard work. And with hard work, you will see a great structure. You will have a great foundation, something that is not easily destroyed. Not easily destroyed. So the honeybees are a great example for those particular reasons. For those particular reasons, it's amazing. It's amazing how nature will show us what we think is very simple is a lot of details, a lot of information that we can gather for ourselves. That's the reason why I'm doing these spiritual discovery messages. Like, it's an eye-opener for myself, and I hope that it will soon be an eye-opener for you to just start paying attention to small details of everything around you. Everything around you. What looks small, if we really zoom into it, is a powerful message. It's a powerful message. Certain things that insects are doing, royal families are taking from their behaviors, which is amazing. Which is amazing. So let's zoom in on the honeybees, since we're talking about how simple things are. But if we really look closely, this thing is bigger than what we think. So we're going to zoom in on the honeybees. We're going to zoom in on this honey nest. Like I said, the one that we had in our yard looked like a staircase. So honeybees are showing us different levels, different ranks. And we see this in the royalty families around us, around the country. Different ranks. Even in politics, we see different ranks, different levels, different positions. And so the honeybee has taught us this, which is amazing. So zooming in again, like I said, on the honey nest, the different levels, the different ranks, they're showing us the structure that is not easily damaged because they have this order of how they work and how they build and how they produce. So the queen bee is the one that populates the colony. She's the only female that is able to produce the babies. And we see the workers, and there's different workers. I don't know the details, but after this message, I hope that this is an intriguing message that would allow us to dig deeper, to see things in a bigger view, which seems small. It's not really small, but this will allow us to zoom in and really see it in a bigger view. This thing is bigger than we could ever think of, because we are taking from insects, and we're not even understanding what is happening. Like I said, royalty have took the image of the honeybee as something that shows order, shows royalty, shows sweetness, shows many blessings and gifts. So yeah, so there's different ranks, different people that are working in this colony to bring everything together. We can see this on a job because there's different ranks on a job. We have workers, we have management, we have CEOs, we have executive directors. So, like again, I said, where are we getting this from? We can't teach it to the bees. No, they're not looking at us and saying, hey, we're going to take this back to the colony. We're going to use what they're doing in our structure. No way. So this is amazing work. Like I said, the simple things in life, we just need to zoom in and really pay attention to it. God has laid it out for us in so many ways we don't even know, so many ways, if we just pay attention. A lot of things are taking our minds away from nature, and nature is screaming to us. Nature is telling us everything. Everything. And let us not forget our Father's throne. There's different ranks. So it starts from our Father and his throne and how he is in order and how he has outlined everything from the incest down to us. This is amazing, amazing work. So before I end this message, I just want us to put on our heads to move away from so many media and social media things and just focus on nature, because nature will tell us a lot. Even those things that look small are bigger than we can ever think of. If we just zoom in, pay attention, do our research, we'll learn so many things that will blow our heads. And that's why I do these messages. So let's not forget that hard works bring in the sweet blessings of nectar. It builds our structure. Our foundation is strong. Our colony will thrive. Our homes. When I say colony, I mean our homes, our families, our minds and our bodies will thrive. It will be the land of honey. I hope you have enjoyed this message, and I hope you be back on the next spiritual discovery.